The build-up to the making of this video first started months back in October when I got a really weirdly shaped parcel in the mail. After fighting through a layer of packing tape and cardboard, I got to the hexagonal kind of green crate that you can see here. Now, at first, I assumed it was just a flashy promotional box for Lego DC Supervillains, which was sent to me by Warner Bros. For me to possibly unbox and then maybe play on my channel. I've been a big fan of Lego games for a long time, especially the old Lego Star Wars games. I used to play Lego creator Harry Potter, all sorts of stuff, and so I was super happy that they thought to send me a copy of the game. But because I was so busy at the time making other videos, I had to put the box to the side temporarily until today, when I finally went to record an unboxing video for Twitter. But when I opened the box, it wasn't just the game inside. There was something else in there, and I think I'll just play you the clip now that I posted to Twitter to give you an idea of what I found under that lid. Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. As you can see, I have two boxes in front of me right now. This one I've had for 2 months. Warner Bros, I'm so sorry. They sent it through to me, and I basically was just really busy at the time, so I couldn't get to do an unboxing of it. But I'm finally getting to it now. I've been really excited to, because I want to play the damn game. I was a huge fan of the Lego games when I was smaller. The other box is a box I'm not going to open today. It just arrived. It's from EA. It's a Battlefield 5 box. I'm going to save that for another time, okay? So okay, that is not the reveal that I was expecting that to be. There is a lock here. It's legitimately locking the case. And a torch. It's not actually a regular torch. It's a blacklight or something like that. So I'm assuming there is a code for the lock on here. Oh, hold on. Hey, there it is. I actually can't believe they did this. Not there. 80801 ha. Let's try and put the code in now. 0801. Haha! Man, why can't all companies do this? Where was this for Black Ops 4, dude? They didn't do a single viral campaign for Black Ops 4. Bruh! What does this say? You made it. In celebration of Lego DC Supervillains, you'll find your very own deluxe edition to jump into the action in this box. Also included is a one-of-a-kind custom Lego chatter teeth, a well-known tactic used by the Joker himself. You are one of the few on the entire planet to get this unique creation. Oh, thank you guys. Dude, that's so nice. So they've got the deluxe edition in here. And look at this. That's actually incredible. Oh, hold on. Surely that's meant to, like, chatter. I'm putting my Lego skills to the test. We fixing it today, baby.
You know, one of those ones where you like drag it backwards and it like charges up the motor.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, because can you hear the ticking?
Warner Bros, thank you so much. So overall, that's really nice of them to do. And also, I mean, this was awesome. It was just a small thing, just a tiny little thing to solve like that. Like, I mean, I'm in love. I'm in love.
No offense, but it looks cooler than the mystery box.
So, like I said in the video, this was definitely not insanely complicated. It wasn't a cipher. It wasn't ever going to take more than about 30 seconds to figure out, but it had heart, which I really appreciated, and I always do appreciate when companies do stuff like this. I've had the pleasure to be involved in a bunch of really elaborate ARGs over the years. That's alternate reality games, also known as little puzzles and things that companies might do as promotional material to promote stuff that happens in-game. One example would be the massive Black Ops 3 viral campaign, which featured Dr. Salim. They did it on Snapchat, and then it crossed over to other websites and other mediums and all sorts. Another one would be the huge metal crate that I got given, and I had to bring this one through a damn airport, hello, for Infinite Warfare Zombies. That was nuts. And I think because I've had the chance to be part of those campaigns, it's given me a really big appreciation for whenever a company takes the time to do anything in this kind of vein. Anything at all. I mean, I love puzzles, you guys know that. I love secret codes, I love hidden messages, I love all those sorts of things. And seeing that they did this for a Lego game really made me smile. As such, I'll chuck some Lego DC Supervillains gameplay on screen for the remainder of this video so you guys can take a look and see if it's something you might want to pick up during this Christmas period. So, all of this talk about puzzles and secret codes and stuff like that got me thinking about other companies who've used them to tease their fans and to market their games. A perfect example comes from another game that I've talked about a huge amount recently, and that's Destiny 2, specifically Forsaken, okay? Destiny 2 obviously had a really rough launch year, and a lot of the community left to play other games because it just wasn't fun to play. During that year, there was a standout moment when the Warmind DLC came out, and this was made by a new studio who I believe hadn't actually been a part of any Destiny DLC up till this point. They were called Vicarious Visions, and I think this might have actually been the first time Bungie had any help with DLC for Destiny 2. So they added Vicarious in as a kind of satellite studio type thing, I suppose, and Vicarious took the opportunity to craft something here that wasn't just more DLC, it wasn't just another mission or something like that, but rather this time it was like a mission that then crossed over into real life. The puzzle began when the community found this key symbol on a wall in-game. And I mean, you take one look at this thing and you can tell there's probably something that this is linked to, it's probably trying to tell you something, there's some kind of message in here, there's something going on with it, right? It looks like there are several steps that need to be figured out to unlock some kind of reward. Now, linked to this wall symbol was a cipher on a computer monitor, and that was kind of the sign that the hunt had begun. The first step that the community kind of worked on for this puzzle was actually found in various places across the DLC. People matched the symbols to corresponding sets of numbers and then overlaid them in a certain way. And by the way, if you want more information about how this was done, I'll link some posts down below. But overlaying the sets of numbers, or the corresponding symbols rather, in the right manner created this awesome kind of weird font, which actually spells out the word reverse. You can kind of make it out there. It says reverse. So we've got a sort of step one type thing, and we have a word now giving us some kind of instruction. So people started working on step 2. This was worked on and I think solved by the zombies community's very own Certain Personio. Certain Personio has done a whole load of stuff for ciphers in Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, and he deduced that by using Braille and an anagram of the art of war, you could find a second instruction. Just like we found reverse in that first stage, the second stage now said destroy all second A and B, then destroy all third C and R. And straight away, you can kind of make an inference here and say, okay, the reverse thing sounds like that's something that we could do to some ciphertext, and then this second message as well is exactly the sort of thing that we might use to filter some ciphertext to get rid of erroneous letters and leave us with some text that we could actually solve as a proper cipher. But going back to that symbol, that wasn't the end of the process. For this next bit, another Zombies community member, Jarvano, got to work and showed that numbered musical notation had been used to transcribe a mystery piece of music onto a computer terminal. He then wrote out the music in standard notation, played it, and noticed it was actually an excerpt from Swan Lake. Now, interestingly, Swan Lake was written by Tchaikovsky, and the Warmind DLC that this was all part of launched a day after Tchaikovsky's birthday. So, pieces of the puzzle now were really starting to fall into place. But this part of the puzzle had just given us the name of the song, Swan Lake, but people didn't really know where to go beyond that. At this point, similar work was done on the other remaining puzzle steps, but the community basically got stuck on the very last bit. Eventually though, another Zombies community cipher solver called Randomizer jumped in and applied a bit of cipher analysis to the problem. Using words such as Swan Lake as cipher keywords and the phrases that I mentioned before, Randomizer managed to brute force a solution to the cipher and found the following message. Thank you for taking the time to piece together this message, friend. The time of our final conflict is drawing closer, and you and Anna have an important role to play in the events to come. So watch over her, Guardian. I would have no life without Anna or the EXO program. I regret that we have become strangers, but we each have a path that we must walk. And, ironically, there never seems to be enough time. Tell her Rasputin's first attempt was in the right location, but the wrong moment. Look here, and then there's a set of coordinates and a sign-off letter, E. Now this is significant for two reasons. Well, arguably more, but two main reasons, okay? One, because the contents of that message confirmed the identity of the Exo Stranger from the campaign of Destiny 1, who the Destiny community had been speculating about for literally years since its release. And secondly, those coordinates at the end pointed to a real-life location. Once fans got a hold of the coordinates, typed them into Google Maps, and managed to make it out into the woods where the coordinates pointed, they found a real loot stash of exclusive Vicarious Visions gold coins, a message of congratulations, and a real-world replica of a spear from in-game. And all of this started with a little picture on the wall of a lock. That was it. That little symbol, that all led to this. So this, as an example, is very different to the Lego unboxing, right? The Lego thing was 30 seconds of work in comparison, but it still scratches the exact same itch for me. That kind of sense of wonder and satisfaction you get when you figure something out yourself for the first time and you reap the rewards. No matter whether they're big or small, you just get that sense of accomplishment, and it feels awesome. Since the Warmind DLC, Vicarious have also worked on the Black Armory DLC for the Season of the Forge, which is out now for Destiny 2, and unsurprisingly, the community has found a whole load of codes, puzzles, ciphers, etc. for the forges that DLC contains. If you want me to make a video showing you those puzzles, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to go through and talk about them because there's some really ingenious stuff in there, and I think it's just really cool. I love this sort of thing, man. I can't stress that enough. Switching entire games again, another really cool viral campaign style puzzle thing just appeared recently in the new Counter-Strike Battle Royale mode, which is called Danger Zone. It's just come out. In it, a boarded up room can be found, and you can only access it through a side entrance. Then, if you go in, inside, a computer plays a really creepy transmission, which is kind of reminiscent of the Numbers Mason from Black Ops 1. This is what it sounds like.
Papa, Golf, Papa, Whiskey, 5-0, Sierra, Mike, Sierra, 7-5-7.
The community got to work again, just like the community always does for all these different games, to try and figure out what the hell was going on here, and people noticed that the words being used were from the NATO phonetic alphabet. Each of the words was therefore given a corresponding hex value, and through a particular decryption algorithm called SMS7, a message was found. It was much shorter than that Destiny cipher we solved previously, and all it said was, "This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success." Now, anyone that's played Portal has got to recognize this as the opening line of the classic song Still Alive. And when this was first found, it seemed like a very obvious teaser towards potentially Portal 3 finally being in production. I mean, Portal 2 had a build-up viral campaign before it was released, very similar to this sort of thing, and it looked, when it was first found, like this was Valve's first step in the same direction for their sequel. A really cute little Easter egg to get fans chewing on in the build-up to announcement. However, unfortunately, just a couple days ago on Twitter, CSGO dev tweeted out and said that it's not actually going in that direction, and it's only meant to be an Easter egg. But, I mean, in this case, part of me just doesn't believe them. It almost feels a little bit too perfect. Regardless though, these examples with Vicarious for Destiny and Valve for Portal are both a lot more of a time sink than that Warner Bros. Games Lego one. But the fact alone that some companies shy away from doing anything like this at all makes me really glad that there are some developers out there and some publishers who are willing to ultimately take a chance. Like, this stuff can go very wrong. It's a risk. And they're actively taking that chance and trying to spice up their marketing or their community engagement or whatever it is, just by giving them some logic-driven Easter eggy type quests to go on. Whether they start in real life and end in the game or with the game, like the Lego example, or they start in the game and lead to a real-life loot stash, like in the Destiny case. I just want to see more of this in video games, man. I live for this sort of thing. It's part of the reason I started posting zombies content on YouTube originally with GK Nova 6 for Black Ops 1, and I mean, what can I say? I love it. I just love it. So, hopefully you've all enjoyed this video from me. I haven't made a video this kind of broad, going across all sorts of games and genres in a long time, so I really hope you liked it and will support similar kind of stuff from me in the future. Thanks for watching. For now, I'm going to sign out with a couple more videos on screen for you to click if you want a bit more MrRoflWaffles video action. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.